Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Parker Love Sports YouTube channel. Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to spend them here with me on the channel. Make sure if you are new to smash that subscribe button and leave a like on the video, as the support is greatly appreciated. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers by the time the NFL draft gets here. So if you could help me reach that goal, that would mean the absolute world to me. And in this video, we're going to be going over all of the free agent signings that the Broncos made in the first wave, essentially, of free agency. And I'll be giving you my grades from A to F on what I think each signing was worth. We have got a couple of new Broncos that were signed, and then we also have one re-signing covered here in this video. So yeah, let's jump into this. And as always, I want to remind you that Jesus is King. I pray that you give your life to him. He's got a plan and a purpose for you, and I just truly hope that you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior. And if you believe with your whole heart that Jesus lived a perfect life, died for you on the cross, and rose from the dead 3 days later, then you'll go to heaven. It's that simple. It's that easy. It's by grace through faith which we are saved. It's not through our works. Works are good, but it's not through our works in which we are saved. So I just truly hope that you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior. And with that being said, let's jump into this. With the first move the Broncos made, and it was really early, it was signing Ben Powers to a 4-year, $52 million deal. Now, Broncos fans, we're used to free agency opening and then all these teams making moves, and then we just sit there, and then maybe towards the later in the day we make a signing. But no, this was one of the first moves made, and Ben Powers comes to Denver. Powers was a guard for the Ravens, and quite frankly, this means that Dalton Risner will not be returning, but Ben Powers is a fantastic pickup for the Broncos. He's going to solidify that offensive line. He's going to help protect Russell Wilson in the pocket. He's also going to help open up the run game because he is a bully on the offensive line. This is a huge get for the Broncos, and yeah, an absolute great deal. And I'm giving this one an A. Like, just from what we need, the Broncos needed offensive line, and they go out and they sign the best guard in this free agency class. I'm not saying he's the best guard in the NFL because that's probably Quentin Nelson, but in this free agency class, Ben Powers is the best guard. Next up, the Broncos signed Jarrett Stidham to a 2-year, $10 million deal. Now, this is a great move because last year Stidham actually played well down the stretch with the Raiders, and honestly, he's a very solid backup quarterback. Don't get me wrong, I love Brett Rippon. I thought he was a very solid quarterback. You know, he's got the intelligence, just not the intent, or not the I guess the arm strength and accuracy, all that stuff. But Stidham, he's going to be a very solid backup quarterback. Of course, drafted by the Patriots out of Auburn, then went to the Raiders last year, and now is coming to Denver on a 2-year deal to be the backup quarterback to Russell Wilson. And if an injury happens to Russell Wilson, then, you know, I would feel confident in Stidham coming in, and he can keep the ship afloat and just keep them steering. So I'm giving this a C move. Obviously, we don't need a starting quarterback, but in terms of backup, Stidham will be one of the better backup quarterbacks in the league. So yeah, I am giving this move a C. The third move that we made was signing Mike McGlinchey to a 5-year, $87.5 million contract. Now, a lot of Broncos fans I saw on Twitter after my stream was over that they don't like this move. They don't like Mike McGlinchey. And, you know, the only reason I see is he's not the strongest pass blocker, so he can improve on that. And then he does get called for a little bit of holding every now and then. But this is still a fantastic pickup because, well, he did play left tackle in college. He's majority a right tackle in the NFL, and that's what the Broncos need. We already got our left tackle in Garrett Bowles. Mike McGlinchey right now, he is the starting right tackle, which I think is solid. And, you know, it's a move that, you know, it's a lot of people said it was an overpay, but with what Jawan Taylor got, the tackle market is, you know, you're going to have to pay for a tackle. So getting our starting right tackle, which has been a revolving door for the past 10 seasons, is just massive. It's massive. So this is a huge signing, a great signing, and I think Broncos fans should actually be excited about this. I'm giving this a grade of a B. Next up, we signed Chris Manhertz to a 2-year, $6 million deal. Manhertz now, he is 30, but let's be honest, he's a blocking tight end. He's mostly going to be on the field for blocking packages. Maybe you could fool him and have him go out on a route with a play action. But he's mostly going to be a blocking tight end. Might be able to move him to fullback since we did lose Andrew Beck to the Texans in free agency. Manhurts, I think it's a solid pickup. Nothing too crazy, but I'm going to give it a C. Nothing too crazy, but I think, we needed a blocking tight end, another like fullback tight end hybrid. So he'll fill that role. And 2-year, $6 million deal. Next up, the Broncos re-signed Alex Singleton. Alex Singleton, he wanted to be a Bronco. He said it this offseason. He tweeted it out, actually. Let me see if I can find Alex Singleton's tweet because this is awesome. I liked it on Twitter, and it just makes me... I like Alex Singleton. He's a great dude. He said, let's freaking go back where I belong at Broncos, with a ton of exclamation marks in there. Yeah, I mean, I was a little bit iffy when we signed Alex Singleton last year, but he led the team in tackles, and while he's not the most athletic linebacker, he's going to help support the run. He's decent in pass coverage, and I think this is a big get. The Alex Singleton, Josie Jewell inside linebacker combo is solid. I don't know if we're going to necessarily go after another linebacker in this free agency class because it is a 3-year, $18 million deal. And then Josie Jewell, this will be his last season this upcoming year. So we could maybe, but I think more realistically we'll go after a linebacker in next year's free agency class or in the draft, either this year or next year. But yeah, Alex Singleton, he gets a B. This is a fantastic move for the Broncos. I'm so excited that Alex Singleton is back. He wanted to be back, and those are the people that I want on the team. And speaking of people who want to be on the team, we got Zach Allen. He is going to be the Draymond Jones replacement. And listen, I was defending Draymond Jones. I really was. I was defending him from all the criticism. But quite frankly and quite honestly, he didn't want to be a Bronco. Straight up. He did not want to be a Bronco. So, if he doesn't want to be a Bronco, bye-bye. Get out of here. I don't want you on the team if you don't want to be a Bronco. So the Broncos get the replacement in Zach Allen on a 3-year, $45.75 million contract, and this is a couple million cheaper than what Draymond Jones got. And honestly, if we look at the comparison to Zach Allen and Draymond Jones, they both are similar in height, similar in weight, and Zach Allen actually has a little bit better of stats. Now, stats aren't everything. I do think Draymond Jones is obviously a lot of productive, providing pressure, but Zach Allen is no slouch, and he will be the Draymond Jones replacement on that defensive line. I'm giving it a grade of a B. This is a fantastic move for the Broncos, and yeah, I'm absolutely ecstatic that we got Zach Allen on the team, and we absolutely went crazy. We went crazy for this, or this first day on free agency. Next up, I'm going to jump over to a website we're looking at today, and I'm going to go over free agents that the Broncos could potentially sign tomorrow in the upcoming free agency. Alrighty, so looking at some free agents that the Broncos could sign. First one is going to be Kareem Hunt. Let's be honest, we don't know the state of Javonte Williams, so I do believe that we'll be going after another running back in free agency, that or one in the draft. I think we could go after a corner, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, Kareem Hunt, Toledo went with the Chiefs, had that incident, went to the Browns, solid running back, and yeah, I think that Kareem Hunt would be a solid pickup, a solid 1-2 punch with Javonte. His market value, we'll take a look at this real quick, about $7 million per year, so could be like a 2-year, $14 million contract is what they're estimating for Kareem Hunt. Another one that we could sign, Alexander Mattison, third-round pick out of Boise State in 2019. Yeah, I mean, he's been Dalvin Cook's backup, so he has shown all the tools to be a starter. Maybe the Broncos pursue him. We'll see if he has any market value, but these are just some names that I'm throwing out to look out for. It's about $2.2 million. So, like, you could sign a 1-year 2, 2-year 4, a 3-year 6. So, yeah, I mean, 2.2 per year. We'll see what happens with Alexander Mattison. But one of the more underrated running backs in this free agency class, The next one up is Latavius Murray, and we could honestly probably get Latavius Murray for probably the vet minimum, in all honesty. You could probably sign him for about $1 million to be with the team. He said he wants to be back, be back with Sean Payton. So we'll see. I'd love Latavius Murray to come back, though, but we'll have to see for day 2. I feel like if we do sign Latavius Murray, it'll be later because they're going to go after the more sought-after free agents and then maybe go after guys like Latavius Murray, who I think he wants to be back in Denver. So we'll have to see. But I would sign him a little bit later. And then next up, Miles Sanders. This is probably who I personally want the Broncos to sign in terms of a running back. He's about $7.2 million, so a little bit more expensive than Kareem Hunt. But yeah, I really like Miles Sanders, so that's one to keep an eye on. And then final one is going to be Amani Oruwariye, who had a down season last year, but he's a ball hawk. He had 6 interceptions in 2021. So Amani Oruwariye, I would like, obviously, Surtain, cornerback 1, then maybe Oruwariye as a boundary corner, and then you have Damari Mathis, K'Wan Williams as that slot nickel type of corner. So that's just a quick update of free agents that the Broncos could sign. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. My name is Parker, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.